So I'm here with Matt Boy, member of UB40.
Ali's
Hi,
UB40, in case we get into trouble.
No. The real UB40.
Oh, okay, you said that, not me.
Thanks for coming along. Nice to meet you.
More than welcome.
So just want to give some of your fans a bit of background, because I don't think a lot of people know an awful lot about you.
No, which is a good thing.
I'm sure it's not. How long have you been singing for?
God, so I'm going to disclose my age with this one.
Okay, just say a few years.
No, I've been singing since I was about 11, 12 at school.
Okay.
And then when I left school, joined, just local bands. You get to the rehearsal rooms and you just put your notice up and say, I want to join a band, and pull the tags off of the other bands that want singers and all that kind of stuff. So I did that, and I did a few Motown bands, soul bands, covers bands, all that kind of stuff. And then I actually started my own originals band with a guy called Carl Brazil, who is now Robbie Williams' drummer.
Oh, okay.
And a guy called Sean Barry, who is Ollie Murs' keyboard player and MD. So we just kind of got together and just started just doing bits and bobs, just trying to see if we could come up with anything. We didn't even know what style of music it was going to be, It turned out to be like a wet stroke, Jamiroquai stroke, everything else that was in the charts at the time.
Yeah.
So we just went from there, really. We got a development deal with Sony. And as all things do, kind of went a bit pear-shaped, and I went on my own in the end, just on the writing side of things. And then the company folded, so that was that, really. I did a little bit with Wet when Marty left.
Okay.
I recorded a song with him. But I think it was just a thing back in the day. It was kind of, because you're new to it all and a bit innocent, nothing ever really came off, so I just plodded on with the session stuff, really.
So how long have you been doing session work, apart from the last?
I've been doing session for about 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly doing like radio stuff, overdubs and singing jingles for TV and that kind of stuff, boring stuff.
So you've been with UB40 featuring Ali Campbell and Astro and Mickey for about 4 or 5 years now.
I've actually been with them 6 years.
6 years, okay.
Yeah, I joined December 2009. And I had a meeting in London through my agent, and unbeknownst to me at the time, I'd already got the job because I was from Birmingham.
It helps, doesn't it?
It helped.
Does help.
It did help. So yeah, I was given 25 to 30 songs to learn in 2 weeks, and at the time, the MD said to me, he said, well, just take the natural harmony, whatever you're comfortable with, because we've got a show in 2 weeks, so just whatever's comfortable. So great. So I did that, and then turned up at rehearsal, and he just said, well, let's go in the production office and have a listen to what you've done. So I sang all the harmonies I was comfortable with, and he went, well, no, that's wrong, that one's wrong. So I had to relearn all of them again, and this was at 10 o'clock in the morning, and Ali turned up at 1:30. So there was about 30 tracks that I kind of, and as you can imagine, I'd never met Ali before. Well, I had met Ali before, but not on this kind of basis. So I was a bit, knees knocking at the time. But I managed to get through it, just. And but that's the thing with Ali, he's so amenable. Do you know what I mean? And there's if it doesn't work, let's do it again, let's try it again, and that's what rehearsals are for, and that's how it worked out in the end. And the gig we did, the first gig was in Berlin, and it went great. And then we went to Hawaii, and I kind of learned the parts on the shows, really, not in rehearsal, So, and it's just been great ever since,
So you've worked with other musicians, or really well musicians, I think, before you joined the band. So who else have you actually worked with? Apart from Wet. Who are making a comeback, I believe?
Well, there's not really that many celebrities I've worked with. It's more producers and writers that I've worked with that write for mainstream artists. So I worked with a great guy called Terry Ronald, who wrote for Kylie and S Club 7 and all that kind of. I kind of learned my job as a writer through him.
Right.
He was such a craftsman at writing lyrics. He'd write a hit song on the back of the double-decker bus. You know what I mean? He was great. So it was from that I learned, and then from working with him, I worked with other producers and stuff like that. We worked with George Michael and Wet, and that is from that, really. And obviously then doing the radio stuff kind of broadened my horizons, because I could do voices and all that kind of stuff. So that's that, really.
And you've been away doing a lot of touring for the last few years, I think.
Well, since I joined 6 years ago, I've been touring,
You just got back from Poland.
We did Poland, yeah. We just did a gig in Auschwitz, which was a freedom concert, which is quite ironic in Auschwitz, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was in a weird way quite looking forward to seeing Auschwitz because I'd heard a lot about it. It's always one of those places, you know, on your bucket list you'd like to witness, you know. But we just turned up at night, did the show and left, and I didn't get to see any of it, you know.
That's a bit like us when we come up to Birmingham.
Yeah,
just go up work and go back.
It's the same thing with a lot of the shows we do. We go, oh great, we're going to so and so, you know, and we just turn up, get off the plane, go to the hotel, do the show, and we're gone again. And people go, oh, you've been there, and you've seen this. I go, I haven't seen anything. I've been to Sydney 3 times, I've never seen the opera house, you know. It's bonkers. But you know, it's a great job, and I wouldn't change it for the world, you know. It's the audience. The thing with UB40 is it's so global, and you get such a warm welcome from any audience wherever they are in the world. You know, you can't beat the vibe when you get on stage.
So when you're not touring, what do you usually do?
Sleep. As much of it as I can. No, because I'm writing as well, because I write for other people. I'm currently working with Shane Ritchie.
Okay.
I've written about three songs for him.
I saw a picture of you.
I'm writing with Rusty Lee. I've written some stuff for Rusty Lee. And a few other projects that I can't talk about, but yeah, that's mainly when I come back. I'm either writing or I'm in the studio doing demos for them so they can come down and put live vocals on, all that kind of stuff.
So you don't rest at all then?
No. That's some great stuff coming from Shane actually. He amazed me in the studio.
Yeah.
Because I'd only ever heard him do the Children in Need.
Okay, yeah. No, we didn't
On Your Man, the George Michael cover.
Yeah.
I'd only ever seen him do that. An Alfie Moon, you know.
Yeah.
But he got in the studio and he blew me away. He's an amazing singer.
Yeah.
So next year, look forward to that one.
He's wasted on EastEnders.
Well, no comment.
I know you have begun work, or there's a spanner in the works, you know, towards you producing a new album. And obviously you can't say too much about it, but how long have you been thinking about doing your own stuff?
Well, I hadn't been thinking about it at all, to be fair. I was quite comfortable. Just, you know, standing next to the boss. And then when Astro came back in as well, it was like standing next to 2 bosses with another boss behind me. And growing up in Birmingham, it's like, you got to understand, the UB40 was like the Beatles of Birmingham, do you know what I mean? So growing up in school and everything like that, Labour of Love 2 and, you know, all that kind of stuff, it was to be on stage with them now. I always remember the first night in Berlin when we did Red Red Wine. It was one of them, really? And he was like, look, and it's the sound, some of the records coming out of him, and I'm just, you know, it was a weird, and you still don't get used to it, to be fair.
Yeah.
But over the last 6 months, people have just been going, you know, you should really, I'll tell you what it was the response to Would I Lie when I do a duet with Ali on the live tours.
Okay.
It's because I do backing vocals all the time, it kind of tends to blend in with Ali a lot, because we've got the same accent. You can't really hear me stand out. But when we do the duets, it's the first time people have gone, oh, okay, so that's what you sound like. So from that, a lot of people go, so you should do an album, you know. I was like, no, I can't be bothered. You know, I'm doing other stuff right for other people. I can't be bothered doing my own as well. And then it just kept on and on and on. So in the end, I just went, yeah, okay, let's see what happens. So I'm writing and producing it with Don, who's our bass player as well. And Don's got great history as well in music and producing. He's produced for like Morgan Heritage and a lot of other famous reggae bands and stuff. So he's got good history with the production of reggae. So we're doing 6 originals and 6 covers.
Exciting
all I'm telling
times
you.
ahead. No, that's all I want to know. I don't want to know anymore. We just wait for it to be released.
Yes, it should be. It should be just before summer next year. It should be out.
Cool. So if you could work with any musician in the world apart from Ali, who would it be?
Well, it's not reggae. It would have to be George Michael. George Michael's been my music, singing, writing hero since year dot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's. I just think he's a legend. I like Prince as well, but George Michael for me, he's the kind of guy I learned to sing to. So if people can hear a similarity in my voice, it would be from him.
Right.
Writing wise, it would be from him.
Yeah.
The whole, you know, he's just got the whole package, you know. And I was just really sad to hear about that he's in rehab over the weekend.
Just recently,
I think it's really tragic. He's such a talented man, you know.
So I know you said you've travelled around the world now, but not actually seeing it.
Yeah.
But is there a country that you haven't performed in yet that you would like to?
No, we're more and more done everywhere. I tell you, no, actually, I took Canada.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to it because we're doing Canada in September because we're doing the US tour and everything, and a lot of my family live in Ottawa.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm looking forward to doing Ottawa. That'll be and New Zealand's always a great place to play. See, I haven't got any places. The only other places we haven't been to is like Pakistan and India and them kind.
Yeah.
And I'm not good with the heat.
Yeah.
You know, so
Oh no, it's very hot.
But all the rest of the places have been great. But to stand out, it would be New Zealand is the place for me because it's just got a lot of friends there and a lot of Maori friends. You know, it's just a great vibe. You know, it's easygoing, great crowd, great people, kind, lovely.
Yeah.
You know.
One of the things that stands out on Facebook, particularly with your page, is your fan base. I think you've got an amazing group of fans. I can just name people like Gracie, Annette, Kieran, Chris Hopley, I think.
Yeah.
And they're just solid fans. You don't get that with a lot of musicians, I don't think. It's like it's a family. How did you get to that level with them?
I don't know. I'm not one of these people. A lot of singers, a lot of celebrities, a lot of pop stars. I mean, I'm not even putting myself in that category because I don't think I am. But they're quite offish with fans. You know what I mean? Because they kind of tend to go eternal for a certain amount of years. But I've never been like that. It's just you've always got to remember they're the ones that are going to buy the records. They're the ones that keep you where you are. Because without them, you're nothing. You know. I mean, it's all well and good loving music and writing music, but if it's only you that's listening to it, then there's no point in doing it.
Yeah.
And the thing is with the fans, I mean, the fans that I've got are obviously through Ali and B40 and everything, but they're just lovely people, and they're loyal, and they always send kind messages, and I enjoy speaking to them. You know, you get a lot of fans that are just, they pester you and they want stupid things, you know.
Like interviews.
They're just ridiculous, but they never push that boundaries, you know. They're always really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I like it, you know.
So before we sign off then, is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Big love. Love you all, and you know it. But yeah, no, they're all great. They're all great.
Thanks very much for your
You're
time.
more than welcome.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Okay.
Silhouettes on the ship, I couldn't hide the tears in my eyes.